Hey guys, just an update on the status of things. I'm just going to do a brief video this morning. Packing. Felix, hi. Boxes galore. We're all just packing everything up. There's just a pathway to get over to the couch. And that's all there is now. We still don't have a place to go, but we know we're getting out of here. So let me go show you around what's been going on and get this video live to you, because I haven't done a normal type of video or any updates in a while here. Before I go out, I want to show you these are spring onions, and they are growing in the window, and Melanie is recycling them. She bought a bunch of spring onions for 99 cents, and she soaked them in water for a few days, the roots, and they started coming back. And then she put them in a pot, and now we just keep eating. And I never even thought of that before. So this is all fresh growth, and some of these are twice harvested. Really cool. Look how big that is. The goats are gone. No more happy little noises in the night and in the mornings. It's actually quite sad. They were not ours. We didn't pay for them. A friend bought them. And we got to have them, learn from them, and feed them, care for them, and get their milk. It is an expensive thing, and I think I'll do a video on that one day, because raising goats has a lot of expense. I've learned now how I would change things if I were to do it again. Which I don't think I will. So I'll probably do an entire video on goats now that I've learned so much about them. But if you don't have experience with goats, well, it's going to be a learning experience, I'll tell you that for sure. But it's going to be expensive. So I'll get into that entire thing on another day. But they're gone. They found a new home. With more dairy goats, so they'll be happy. But I have to say, it felt sad. Such loving, happy animals they were. They really loved us. That wasn't easy. And the birds are going to be sold. I have decided we cannot transport chickens. Especially right now, we don't even have a place to take them. So we're going to have to get rid of all the chickens and start over again. Now, people are thinking we're quitting homesteading, and that's not true. We will continue off-grid homesteading. We will continue with everything as we do now, living off the grid, homesteading and everything. It's just we have to move to a different location. So I hope you guys understand, we're going to keep the videos coming, we're going to keep homesteading, we're going to take our house off the grid, just in a different location. So the birds are going to go, and I'll take down all the fencing, and I can take everything with me. So hopefully we can get rid of the birds right away, especially before I have to buy more feed. And that'll just reduce what we have to do right now to get rolling. And that's also not an easy decision, because Melanie loves these birds very much. She comes out here and they'll run to her and they let her pick them up, and she cuddles them. Because remember, most of these we hand raised in the house as babies, and they're really good birds, really good. And surprisingly, by the way, mixed breeds, mixed types of birds, and they all get along well. We don't have any fights, we don't have any pecking. It's really amazing and rare, I think. They all get along well. Just happens to be walking by while I'm talking. Like 100 feet away from me. See the tail on the left of the screen right there? There it goes. Thanks for flicking your tail for me. There's a bunch of them. I don't know why I only see one today. Looking at me. About 100 feet away. They're back. They all came back. The hunters drove them out, and they came back. Actually, There's 4 of them right there. They're not moving much, so I can't see them. There's 2. Oops, sorry. There's 4 of them right there. There's another tail just flicked. I don't know if you saw it on camera. Oh, they're back. They're here. All the deer are back. They're not very scared of me. She's nervous, but they're not really scared of me. They're right behind the chicken coop, basically. They all came back. Hey guys, 12.5 volts, 12.75 according to the inverter, 12.5 according to the TriStar. The freezer is at 29, so we got to kick that on again. We haven't had sunlight in a while. It's been really dark, so we're just running on reserve power, but we're doing okay, I guess. The internet is never off, my computer's never unplugged, and well, things are going. Actually, I'm switching computers over. My old computer is never unplugged because the battery isn't working at all anymore. So if I unplug it, it reboots and then I lose everything. So anyway, the new computer, I'm switching everything onto that. But we're going to take all this with us. I have decided the deal didn't go through previously, so everything you see here is coming with us. Alright? Everything you see here is going to come with us. And that way, when we get to our new home, wherever that may be, whether it be a rental or a purchase, when we get to our new home, all of this will be set up. So we will be off the grid. Some people are confused and asking me, well, didn't you say you're going to a real house with a well and septic system and on the grid so you can have your child? Well, it's not about the solar panels and batteries. It's about the well and the septic, and it's about a house that I didn't build with my hands. Now, this is a tiny house on wheels, and that's a whole story in itself, but a tiny house on wheels doesn't have building codes, so I didn't violate any building codes, as many people are saying. I didn't violate anything. It's on a trailer, so there's no code. So I didn't violate any code. But in order to be able to have and raise a family in a tiny house, there are many battles to be fought. And I'm no longer alone, so I don't make my own decisions now, totally. And Melanie doesn't want to fight these battles. She wants a real house that where we can raise our children and not have constant harassment. So we'll go to a real house and we'll take all of this with us and we'll connect it there and we'll be off the grid and we'll continue on homesteading as always. So the off-grid project and homesteading will continue. There's some more confusion I see. A lot of people are asking, how is it, Troy? You claim that you can go off the grid for $5,000, but now you're trying to sell your property for $200,000. Well, selling or buying a house has nothing to do with taking a house off the grid. Two separate things, two separate subjects. I am not telling anybody that they can go and buy a house or a land or a property for $5,000. I never ever made that claim. I think there's some people spreading confusion out there. Not the people asking me the questions, they had well-meaning questions, but the people spreading the confusion. I said you can get your home that you currently already have or will have. You can take your home off the grid for $5,000. That I did say, and that I stand by. You can take your home off the grid for $5,000. I don't have $5,000 in off-grid equipment here. I don't even have $5,000 of equipment. The batteries, the inverter, the charge controller, and the solar panels. I don't even have $5,000 of off-grid equipment. You can take your home off the grid for $5,000. But I know I'm repeating myself, but I keep getting asked this a lot through the years. Never, ever have I even hinted you could try to get a home for $5,000. No way. I hope that clears things up. I really do. because there's a lot of well-meaning people out there that are very confused. One last thing, guys. The tiny house on wheels, we're going to take our things out of it, and we're going to take out our off-grid solar power and plumbing. The interior plumbing we can leave, but we are going to put the tiny house up on the market for $5,000. It's a steal. If you look at tiny homes, you can get them for 40 to 100,000 and on up. Anybody that has been looking at tiny homes knows that a tiny house is not that cheap. So this tiny house on wheels, I'm looking in the corner because otherwise all you're going to see is boxes and stuff in my way, is going on the market for $5,000, and you'll have to flatbed it out. I never said any other. I said this trailer will not be able to haul this thing down the road in its current condition. I would have to get another trailer to haul this out. I always said that. I think that's another confusion that people are another misunderstanding out there. I never said that you could haul this down the road. You can move it around, but you won't haul it on the road on this trailer. You'll have to flatbed it, or you'll have to get a heavier trailer and slide it under this. So, I'm putting this on the market for $5,000, and it's beautiful. The wood and the paneling, it's quite beautiful, and I think it should go. For that price, that's a super bargain. I do believe we should be able to get it. And if not, then we'll gut it out entirely and strip it down to nothing if we can, and take everything with us. But I really hope not, because this is a beautiful house. It really is. So, spread the word, guys. Tiny house on wheels for sale.